Fons, back-to-back wins. The mood must be amazing in the changing room. How are you new lads feeling after that one?
Yeah, no, the boys are, as you can imagine, there's a lot of beer being drunk downstairs at the moment. But I think the boys deserved it. You know, they've had a tough 5 weeks, but we've showed our class after over the course of the 5 weeks. You know, we've had positions where we could have won all 5. But as it stands, we won 3 out of the 5, and we certainly could have won all 5. But we're in a good place as a squad.
Looking at this game, the pitch obviously offered a lot through the bowlers throughout. A crucial, I think, 79 added this morning. Did you have a target in mind before you were settled?
Yeah, no, I said anything north of 250 was going to be a really tough target to chase. You know, on the pitch, I have to give our ground staff a mention, because it was one where we've thought hard and long and hard about. You know, we continuously just taken some readings on it. I just wanted to get to a place where the pitch had pace in it and it had bounce in it, which it certainly has. I don't think it really went sideways. I think we've had a lot of the batters going to bat and saw that there was a lot of grass on it, but it was quite dry. Yeah, so a lot of guys went to bat with a misconception that it was going to do a lot. But I thought both sides bowled well. I thought they could have bowled better on the first morning, and that was probably the difference in the two teams. You know, I thought if you look at Rishi's knock, I've just said to Rishi that is probably one of the better hundreds he'll score in his career, just in the context of the game. And his knock was probably the difference between the two sides.
Yeah, I was going to ask about Rishi. I think the only man to pass 50 in the game. Yeah. He did make it look like he was batting on a different pitch, really applied himself, and it must be even more sweet of him having missed the first few games through injury and coming back and showing his class and what he's about.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He was panicking a bit because we've had a new opening partnership, and he was a bit worried but you know, he came back in. He's one of our senior batters, gone to opening the batting again, but he showed his class. You know, just how he approached his batting, and to bat 2 sessions on that pitch on the Thursday, I thought, you know, just kind of shows the class of the man.
In terms of the bowling, a great all-round effort from the attack. If we start with Josh Hull, an inspired spell today to break the game open.
Yeah, no, I had a chat with Hully this morning. He was obviously a bit down on himself, as he gets, because he wants to bowl the perfect spell every time he bowls, you know, and just how we broke the game open for us there this afternoon was, you know, just shows you again why he was given his Golden Fox cap at the start of the game, and also why you have the likes of England looking at him and getting excited about it, because that is what he's capable of. But he'll be the first to admit that he's got a way to go to get to a level that is going to see him consistently play for England. But those kind of signs is very exciting if you're an England fan.
And there was contributions all around the attack. And Tom Scriven had 4 wickets. Ian Holland with great control as well. Logan, I think, 5 wickets and 55 runs. Yeah. Ben Green, 5 wickets and 71 runs. In the context of the match, incredible contributions.
That was something that I just spoke about down in the change room with the lads. I'm quietly and just kind of running out of adjectives, you know, because just as a bowling unit, how they performed over the 5 games, to go 5 in a row and to bowl the way we've bowled. You know, it's not just the guys that's played in this game, there's a few guys that have played in the earlier games, but I think just that whole bowling team, really, if I can call it that, has been nothing but world class, I thought.
And in terms of the pressure they all put on together in terms of bowling in partnerships and applying pressure that then leads on to wickets. Yeah. We saw that best yesterday when I think there was 73 for 1 and just before lunch 87 for 6. A great spell of bowling from that pressure.
Yesterday morning we had a chat and we just thought if we can bowl the pressure, things will happen very quickly in this on that particular pitch. That's exactly what happened. I think we took 5 wickets of 40 runs in the first innings. It was it was a similar kind of thing in the second innings, but just how we tend to go out and be really disciplined and just suffocate the batting side, is obviously very good to see, and that's the plan that we've set out. Now you can have all kinds of plans, but it's still up to the lads to execute it. And yeah, over the first 5 games, I thought they've executed the plans really well.
And because of that execution, we're top of the league, heading into a bit of a mini break now.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, 3 wins and 2 draws that we could have won from the positions we're in. You must be very proud of those 5 weeks. What's impressed you most?
It's just how everybody's made a contribution. Everybody has made a contribution at some point during those 5 games. That again, I'm just not talking about the 11 that have played in this game. You got to think back to the first game. You had the evergreen Chris Wright contributing, had Benny Mike at times contributing. You had the big Welshman Roman coming in the last game, and he made a contribution. So everybody's making a contribution, and that's a sign of a really got a strong squad.
But it must make your job very difficult to pick the 11 for the next game.
It's going to be very difficult because I'm sure going to Lords, everybody will be fit, like they would normally be. But we would be picking the team that we think would be the best for that particular game to go on and hopefully win the game at Lords.